Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna have our own episode of Talking Watches. And finally I found someone worthy of Hudunki Talking Watches. And here next to me I have a watch enthusiast, one of the biggest collectors I know, who has a pretty major watch collection. And not only that, he's my friend.
Yeah, hi guys.
Well, wristwatch check. So, what are you wearing today?
Yeah, I'm wearing a Rolex Precision, all vintage Rolex, beautiful.
Oh, it's your position. I was very stunned when I saw this one in person. And I have my Submariner, just a whole rusty Submariner. So let's get on with it. I wasn't kidding when I said he's one of the biggest collectors I know. And just before everything, I just want to ask you a little bit how you got into watches.
As far as I know, I always loved watches, but always. When I was a little kid, I used to go to the market and look at the watches, cheap watches, real cheap watches, like $5, $10 watches, and I saved some money, and then I bought my first watch, my second watch, and then I started changing watches, trading it, and it started seriously about maybe 12, 15 years ago.
So, which one shall we start with?
This one. This is first serious watch I bought. I bought it in Belgrade, maybe like maybe like 15 years ago. And I was so worried, is it original, is it working properly? And now it's funny, but back then it was my biggest concern. And I sold it later. I traded actually, and I managed somehow to get it back a few years after that, and now it's going nowhere. It will be with me forever.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to
This
show
one?
this guy?
Yeah, this one. It's my grandfather's watch. The only grandfather I remembered, and I got it as a present. I'm his oldest grandson.
And you kept the original band
Yeah, I
and
kept
everything.
it original band, how he used to wear it, and I don't want to fix it. I will only clean it sometimes, but it's working properly.
This is Omicron. This is very typical for this part of the world. So now we have here selection of vintage watches. Later on, we will show you some other one, including some JLCs, Rolexes, and whatnot. But first of all, we want to show you like everyone who started with watches. Not everyone started with the high-end watches. So these watches may not be high-end, but they are very cool watches like this vintage Zenith, and you can see the patina. Can you tell us a little bit how you got this one?
I got it real cheap from a guy. It was broken, it was not working, and I got it real cheap, fixed it, and I love this watch.
Beautiful. It's beautiful, untouched dial, and it just screams vintage and class. And this just shows you don't have to have all that money. Don't get us wrong, guys. We are not rich. We just love watches.
Not even close.
We just love watches, and our love and enthusiasm has brought us all together. Here we have some selection of vintage Omegas. This one has a funny story. We actually went together to buy it.
Yeah, and the guy was so hard and so difficult to reach, but we managed it.
And you can flip this out, but I think it's a bit hard.
Yeah, it's
Watch
a bit hard, and so if we flip it, probably won't get it back.
But trust us, guys. You can flip it. You can flip it, push it down there, and the watch comes out of the case.
It's an interesting watch.
It's a Seamaster Cosmic. Here we have a selection of Omega Genie watches, even this one, and
Yeah, these three are 601. It's the most simple caliber Omega has, and this one is automatic. It's much better. And And this one I got from that guy.
Yeah, he got it from me a long time ago. You can see a review, and this is one of those vintage Omegas I enjoyed wearing so much. Unfortunately, I was a bit more of a flipper, and you taught me to keep more
Yeah, yeah.
watches.
Maybe I shouldn't do that because it
Uh,
was very useful when you used to flip watches.
Yeah,
I picked up a lot of good stuff.
the amount of joy you get from just looking at these
Yeah,
watches.
these are watches to keep.
Yeah.
Very simple, not too expensive. Watches to keep.
And they're rising in value as well. So
Yeah, Omega should rise.
yeah, they are rising from the last year. You cannot buy them anymore for the same prices, and I
Yeah.
loved it.
When
Especially
when I got into watches, the Omega rised like 3 times. You could buy this or this or this for like 30% of the price they are going
they
today.
tripled in value,
Yeah.
and especially like this Breguet numerals. You recently bought this one, and I had my eye on this one on the local
Yeah.
ads.
I stole it from you.
Yeah,
I stole
well,
it from you.
You just acted faster.
It's
But
beautiful, and it's rare with those numbers.
Breguet numerals are
Yeah.
just awesome to look at. Well, let's just move on to some other selection because we have a lot of watches, guys. Don't go away.
Ruski.
Here we have,
Yeah, this is one of the first hand watches, sometimes around World War One.
and you can see it kind of reminiscent of a pocket watch, which is
It's actually a pocket watch, but it's made to be
yeah,
a wristwatch.
it's converted to a wristwatch, and it has a porcelain dial, which is you can see that little crack.
Yeah, it has a crack, but it's a pretty rare watch, and it's real nice, and it's nice to wear.
Do you wear this watch?
Sometimes I actually do.
So moving on to the second batch, we have 2 more watches because we have a lot of watches to cover. So here we have 2 vintage watches that are super cool, and you're not gonna break the bank if you're gonna buy them, but
Yeah, and they are so different. This one Tissot is a bell with a mechanical bell, and this one is a simple military winder.
yeah, I just love the aesthetics on this one. It has a curved crystal and it's just gilt dial, and it just looks beautiful.
And they are pretty cheap. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a nice
And
watch.
this one is mechanical alarm, like a Seiko Bellmatic, and this is the sole version of it. It's called Sonoris or Navigator Sonoris, and these are usually a couple $100 if you're lucky on eBay.
Yeah, so something like that,
Yeah.
But if you are looking for a bargain, it will come to you.
Okay, here's another box, and these are here very interesting vintage watches. I think this is a collection that I don't know, whatever I pick, just a random pick, and you can see some really sweet pieces like this one. This is vintage IWC.
Yeah, caliber 89. It's in a mint condition, and it's really beautiful watch.
And I
Don't
love
need to say something else
look at this.
or more. It's
Look
real
at-
beautiful.
I
In
love
this
the
box,
band.
I keep better vintage watches.
So these are the better vintage watches. Okay, so I love the band and how it complements the gilt dial
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Just
it's beautiful watch, real simple and beautiful.
okay, let's move on to the next one. So we got this one here, and this is a real treat. This is my favorite out of this box here, guys. So check this out.
Yeah, it's universal. It's universal. Micro rotor, I believe.
Yeah, this is a Universal Geneve micro rotor, Proletar, just a vintage watch to have. Just beautiful.
It's almost a Patek. Almost a Patek. It's real beauty. Real
Yeah.
beauty.
This is
On a
budget Patek.
Yeah, on a wrist it's even more beautiful. It's a perfect dress watch. It should be cleaned a bit, but it's beautiful. It's
When I saw this
simple and
watch,
beautiful.
when I first saw this watch in person, I just got mesmerized by it.
And he wants to buy it from me, but I won't give it. I won't give it away.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this video. So maybe I will butter him up a little bit. But yeah, definitely, you will definitely see a review of this one in person. I will take it away from him. And by the way, he's the guy I borrow watches, most of them for review. When I say I borrow the watch from a friend, oh, he's the guy. He's the guy. And now here we have a Longines.
Yeah, it's a golden Longines, and it's real nice and simple.
Manual
dress
wound.
watch. Yeah, manual wound.
And it's 18 karat gold. Yeah.
Maybe even 14. But it doesn't matter. If it's gold, it's gold.
But it's beautiful watch.
Yeah, real simple and beautiful.
I like these gold dials and gold watches. Lately, I've been ever since I got my gold watch, I really dig the gold. And lots of you been shying away from the gold watches, but I don't think you should.
Yeah, nobody likes the gold except when you see it. When you see it, when you hold it in your hand, it's something like, oh, it's you
perfect.
You understand why everybody loves
I would
gold.
buy any of these watches from him.
Yeah.
Here we have another gold watch from the family.
Yeah, Tissot bumper. Tissot bumper. It's in a real good condition. And somebody wanted to sell just gold to melt it, and I saved it. And I love it even more for that. I saved this watch.
But look at this dial, guys. Look at the dial. It's, I don't know. I know this is the Longines, but
Flip it over. It has a, yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
the
Look
case
at that.
back.
Case back it's a beauty.
And the lugs. Check the lugs. I think this is such an understated watch until you take a closer look at it. Just perfect. And I love the red band on it.
Yeah, it came to me like that, and I didn't want to take it off. It's not some quality band, but it goes perfectly with this watch.
And I love the old style Tissot logo here. It's just amazing watch. Beautiful. And it has is this a pipe band dial?
I think so.
Like
I think
on
so.
Omegas?
Yeah, I think so. It is.
Just gorgeous piece. Okay, let's move on to the top drawer, top of the line. And yeah, you tell me a little bit about this one, and I will take a sip
It's
of rakia.
it's a vintage Longines, military Longines. This one actually is not just mine, because my cousin and I bought it together, and it's ours. Sort of saying.
I don't have any cousins who like watches.
I have one cousin which I love. I love him, and he loves watches, and it's a real cool thing to have.
Is this a military one?
Yeah, it's a military
I
one.
just love the black and gilt. I don't know why, but I love it. And the small second hands. You want to see this guy? This is the watch I was telling you about. It's not a real Rolex, not or whatnot, but
Oh, if it was yours, you would say it's real Rolex.
it's beautiful. It's gorgeous piece. Let's move on to some of the. Here we have Omega Trio, and give me all those Omegas. Let me just show you. First one here.
These are three better Omegas.
Yeah.
This one is a bumper. It's the best vintage Omega I have. It's so beautiful and so simple, and it's in a real good condition.
Check this out, guys. This looks like one the recent reissue Omega Seamaster did, but this one is the real thing. This is the vintage one, and this one, I don't know. Although this box may be Universal Genève, and this one,
Yeah,
my favorites. But
I would also pick those two ones.
but who can say favorites? Take a look at this one.
Yeah.
Look at the dial. Look at the texture of the dial. Just beautiful. This is Omega Genève, but bit of a higher grade is automatic movement, starting with 5. What caliber?
Yeah. I think 5.62 or something like that.
And bumper
Bumper.
goes there.
And the other one is also
And
some better more. I think 5.56 or something like that.
now you
and it has a
have
tropical dial.
or water damage, whatever you prefer. But there is a difference between a tropical dial and water damage.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, it just looks beautiful. Is this automatic? Yeah.
Yeah. It's automatic. I think
And I love the case
5.56
back.
or something like that.
You can see the character. I kind of mocked character, but you can see the character and almost you can imagine what this watch
and
has
this
been
one
through.
is very wearable. You can wear it every day.
Well, honestly, I would have a hard time picking any of these watches. How
but
do you
probably these two. These two.
How do you pick watches in the morning when you want to go
Oh,
out?
it's a treat. I always, when I pick watches, which one I want to wear today or some other day, it's a big joy. It's a big joy.
Yeah, I would just close my eyes and just pick one for it, and I wouldn't make a mistake.
If I have to pick two out of the box, it would probably be these two.
Let's move on to another box.
This is my best box. My best box. I keep my best watches and the most valuable watches in this box.
So this is your best box, you
Yeah,
say?
my best box and the best watches I keep in this box, and also this one I keep it in this box.
Just put it down there. Put it down there. I have empty slot. I kind of bit of an OCD,
Yeah.
but here's a tough one. Here's a tough one. Which one is your favorite?
Oh, I can't say I have a favorite in this box.
Yeah, we all have favorites.
Yeah, these are almost every watch from this box is my favorite. Maybe if I had to pick just one watch, maybe it would be this one.
The Bluesy.
Yeah, the Bluesy. It's beautiful. I don't know if you can see it on this video, but in real life, on daylight, it's amazing. It's
And
amazing. And I was always wondering why people love it. Why is it so special? It's simple.
and did you thought much of it before you got it? You thought it's a too blingy, it's not for me. Whatnot.
Yeah. I thought I thought it was a watch. It is a watch for somebody who wants to impress other people, who wants other people to believe he's rich or something like that. But it's not. It's simple watch. It's a cool watch, and it's beautiful. It's stunning. When you see it, it's stunning. I used to sit by somebody in a restaurant, cafe, or something like that, and somebody wears a watch like this one or something else, and I just can't help myself staring at the watch.
I did a review of this one, showed you this one, and when we went to buy it, and just in a day-to-day situations, when you see it on a wrist, and when I see it on his wrist, it doesn't look that blingy. So just looks, when you take a closer look at it, you can see the class, and I wouldn't mind having this one at all.
Yeah, and this one, I think I could have this watch for the rest of my life. Only one watch.
Now we have the Polar Explorer 2.
Yeah, and this one is in a very, very good condition. And it's, I do not know what to say. Every Rolex is a beautiful piece.
I'm actually contemplating should I get this one in favor of Tudor and Omega. I need to get rid of the Tudor and Omega in order to get this one. So
you should do that. And guys, he taught me to do things like that because I had a lot of watches, and I gave like 5 watches for one, 3 watches for one, 6 watches and some money for one, and he taught me that. So now I'm pushing him to give you away 2 watches
and now I'm in your shoes. I love my watches, but what I've been saying to you, when you get this one, you don't look back at the watches you gave.
When I got this one, I forgot it about.
Yeah, you don't look back, and I know that, and that's the one thing that pushing.
And I gave some pretty good watches.
Yeah,
for this one.
And I don't. This is a quite simple watch, but it's a bit under the radar, and only people who know what it is will say nice Explorer. Nobody gonna say nice Rolex.
Yeah, nobody notice this watch. So if you put it on your wrist, nobody will know it's Rolex. Only somebody who's into watches.
Yeah. And speaking of somebody who's into watches, here we have another watch that's pretty much the same story with this one here. This is a Milgauss with the black dial, no green crystal, but this is a modern reference with the new Rolex bracelet, which is so much better than the old ones. And the watch that's really only enthusiasts will wear, and you are
somebody who just wants to buy a Rolex won't buy this watch. Simple. He won't notice it at all.
Yeah, and you are engineer, so
yeah, I'm also an engineer, so it suits me well.
Yeah, it's really cool watch, and
superb quality.
And I love the black dial. This is my favorite. I don't like the blue and green combos and whatnot, but this one just pops. This orange hand just pops. Here we have another one. Let's get rid of these Rolexes so we can move on to the cool watches, huh?
Yeah, it's a new Datejust. It's this is of all those Rolexes he showed you. This one is maybe the most luxurious watch on your wrist. It looks really real classy.
And funny enough, we both didn't thought much of it in terms of looks before a day passed.
When I was going for that watch, I was only thinking of profit. I wanted to buy it and sell it fast and make some profit. But when I slept over it, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. And I sold a lot of good stuff to keep this one.
Yeah.
And I'm not sorry.
And it's amazing piece. This is the watch that if you want to have just one watch, if you're not a watch guy or just want to have just one watch, this fits the bill. It's waterproof.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen
to
him.
It's dressy.
This one is for that purpose. If you want to have just one watch, buy that one.
Wow. You can argue all day long, but it's up to you to decide.
This is a collection.
2-piece collection.
Yeah.
But tell us in the comments, which one would you have for every day? I would get this one also, but this one is a bit, it's a bit, I don't know.
Maybe the bracelet.
It's more subtle.
Will make a difference for some guys. These new Rolex bracelets are superb.
Yeah, it was about time they upgraded their bracelets, but
the old one is also nice until you see the new one.
I love Datejusts, and here we have 16234 sapphire crystal, just a classic Datejust. 36 mil gold bezel, fluted bezel. I just love it. The only one I like more is the Roman numerals, which I have.
And I sold him that, and I'm so sorry now. I got a real good deal, and I made some good profit, but I'm sorry that I did.
You're not getting it back anytime soon. Just love this one. I would get this one, even if I would have 2 same Datejusts, pretty much the same, but I would buy it.
Yeah. From all these Rolexes, this one is the most wearable. You can wear it on.
This same story with this one. It will just show you side by side these two, the 41. Is this 41?
Yeah. This
41.
one is 41. This one is
36.
Yeah.
They're both gorgeous, but I like the 36 more. I don't know about you.
I can't make my mind.
That's why
When I see this one, I I love it.
That's
when I
why
see
you
this
have
one,
both.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is the really good watch, but I kind of like this classic style. And seeing two next to each other, this one looks really small.
Yeah, but
So
it's not small.
when you
It's a good size man's watch.
when you wear it on the wrist with the bracelet, AAA bracelet, and everything, I would definitely be a customer for this one.
Sorry.
And here we have this is a Rolex.
Oyster Precision, nothing special, but gorgeous.
Yeah, the Rolex, the snobs say it's not a real Rolex. I even said it's not a real Rolex. Why you buying this one? But when it arrived, when I saw it in person,
Yeah, it's wow. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. But you never should buy a watch just because it's a Rolex or it's Omega or any other brand. Buy a watch you like, and the watch you can live with.
yeah, and
You can also buy a nice Casio or Seiko and be happy. And anybody who loves watches will tell you the same. It doesn't matter how much money you spend.
and this is one of those watches. If you are on the fence of buying this one, I can tell you it looks amazing. Looks amazing. Oyster date precision. Is this 34 millimeters?
I think so.
34.
Yeah, I think so.
Just a beautiful piece. Just love it.
But it doesn't look 34. It looks at least 36, 37 because of the shape of the case.
Yeah, that's the case with all these Oyster cases. So, down in the second row, we're gonna start with
Omega Moonwatch.
with the Moonwatch.
Yeah,
The Moonwatch, man on the moon. Yeah,
it's a beauty also.
classic piece.
Classic piece, nothing special. Manual wind.
Got this weather band on it.
Yeah, I stole it from my cousin.
It's truly, I love the color the most. Not so much of the stitching, but the color is perfect.
Yeah, I have also a metal bracelet for this one, but I'm wearing it like this.
Yeah.
Leather strap.
You were wanting a Mega Moon watch for a long time.
Yeah, I had one a long time ago, maybe like 5 years ago, and I sold it and made a nice profit. But then I wanted to buy one and I couldn't. And I was so angry on myself because I sold it. And I somehow managed to change something. I think I gave Tag Heuer Carrera or something like that and some money for this one.
Yeah, so it's so easy to sell a Mega Moon watch, but when you want to buy one, nobody wants to sell them.
Yeah.
And it's just a classic piece, and I think every collection should have one just because.
Yeah, Moonwatch and Datejust you should have.
If you want a chronograph, this is the one, and
And it's so beautiful.
I should add one to my collection.
You will, I'm sure you will.
Okay, here we have. This is something you recently brought from Belgrade.
Yeah, and this one I will use to trade up or I will sell it or something like that. It's a beautiful watch. It's something maybe we were talking today. If I bought this watch like 3 years ago, I would be happy. I would
Be the watch.
yeah, jumping through the roof or things like that. But now it's not maybe something to keep.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a real quality piece, but maybe not something to
And
keep.
that's how you. Is that how you got all your watches? We already told you we're not very rich, but if you are a bit smart, a bit frugal, and but you have a bit sense for trading and for commerce, you can trade your way up. So we all started from Seikos or
Yeah,
Vostok.
Seikos or some Russian watches, real cheap watches for like 20-30 bucks or so.
And you always try to trade your way up,
Yeah.
wheel and
You
deal.
have to invest some amount of money, but not so much.
Yeah, buy smart and
Yeah, and keep good watches. We also made some big mistakes. We have even one watch that we do not talk about because it used to be his, and then he sold me, and I sold it also.
Yes.
And oh my God,
he's
am I sorry for that? And we agreed we do not talk about that one.
yeah, he's talking about my vintage Zen Pilot.
Not yours, mine.
You're asking me for it, but it's you learn from those mistakes.
Yeah. If you don't learn nothing,
And I
then
learned so much from you that I should keep more watches. I was a bit more of a flipper and wanted to move on, and it's kind of
yeah,
hard to.
we
What-
learn from each other, and that's a real good thing.
What's this guy here?
This is EWC double chronograph, as Germans would say.
Yeah, Doppelchronograph.
Yeah.
That means basically in German that it's a double chronograph.
With one extra pusher on the left side, and this one is a watch to have.
Yeah,
If you want the EWC Pilot, this one might be it.
I think this is a really cool watch, and I did a review of this one sometime last year. If you want a reference, just Google IWC EDC Gunner and you will find it for most of the watches. And it's just a beautiful watch. I love the band.
Yeah, the band is actually from I think it's a Chinese band, but real quality band.
It looks
And-
good.
Yeah, and the how do you say it? Not the clasp, but the yeah, it's original.
Yeah, the band is not original, but the buckle is.
Yeah, the
original.
buckle is. The band is a copy of EWC.
It's real leather. Looks good. I love this style of band. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful watch.
Yeah, you should show that. You see? The band is real cool.
All right. Okay. What's next?
The next is JLC.
Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Yeah, Memovo or Memovox. I do not know.
Yeah, this is a mechanical alarm, like the
Yeah,
so we
bumper,
showed you.
also bumper
Yeah.
movement and alarm, and it's real nice condition.
This is one of those vintage watches that is worth looking after and buying because it's a JLC Jaeger-LeCoultre. It has a mechanical alarm. That's one of my favorite complications. My second favorite complication. I just love the sound of that mechanical
And
alarm.
it was a real find. And he helped me, guys. He helped me.
Yeah, I just tipped him off. That's
Yeah.
but
And he went with me. It was the middle of the night, and we went in some other town to buy a
Yeah.
watch. It was an adventure.
yeah, I have also a video on it, so you can check it out. Just Google Jaeger-LeCoultre EDC Gunner, and this video I don't have.
Oh,
I haven't reviewed this one.
yeah, but you will. This one I purchased recently, and it was something I wanted for a long time. I believe you.
Sorry, I had to do it.
No problem. And it was really something I wanted for a long time, and even there was a times I thought I will never have it, and it just appeared to me, and I had an opportunity to buy it, and I bought it. Actually, I traded up to this one.
Yeah, you just got it recently.
Yeah, it's a winder. It's not automatic. It's
Just the way I like it. It's my grail watch. You've been asking
It's
me.
how it should be. It's how it should be.
You've been asking me what's my grail watch. Well, this is one of those grail
Yeah,
watches.
But you're not gonna have it.
Sure, I
Maybe
will.
some other.
Not this one.
Not this one, no, but some other.
Just like this.
Maybe it doesn't look so cool on the video, but on the wrist.
Yeah.
It's
It's much better in person. This is one of those watches that you need to see for yourself. And here we have another Jaeger-LeCoultre or Jaeger-LeCoultre or what's not JLC.
yeah, JLC.
I just call it
Super
JLC.
compressor with GMT complication. It's real cool watch.
And yeah, this is one of those newer watches. I need to show you the case back. You can find the video review I did on this one as well. I told you guys, he's the friend I borrow watches from to show you. And I did a video about this one. It's a super cool watch. It's a diver, and you can see the case back. It's really
And
impressive.
superb quality, and the quality of the movement is it's incredible. It's maybe in a range of I do not know, Patek Vacheron or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to see the movement photo, I think I have it on my Instagram, but you can go
It's
there.
incredible.
And I love the crown on this one. Look at this. You can see the white.
Turn it. Just turn it.
You
just
can
turn
see
it.
the white here, and you just flip it, and
yeah,
it's
it's
red.
a locker, and then you pull it off.
Compression lock. Just superb. I love this watch.
And it's a big watch also.
Oh, it's relatively big. And maybe
have a
it's
small
42.
Maybe 42, but the crowns are big, and I have a small wrist, so when I put it on a plastic band, rubber band, it doesn't suit me.
You got this one.
Is perfect.
You got this one on a rubber, and you made an aftermarket.
No, handmade. My friend,
Yeah.
my friend made it for me.
Yeah, we have a friend for everything.
It's how it should be.
So this is the last piece in this box. So tell me, do you have any other boxes?
Yeah, I
You
have
would
a
like to show
Seiko
us?
box and Russian chronograph box and some other boxes I won't show you because those watches, it would last forever to show you all of my watches.
Alright. So
I'm
stay
not
tuned,
bragging,
guys.
but those watches are not so important. Maybe in some other
Wow.
video.
We all love Seiko, don't we? And now all we have the rest is the Seiko collection, or is it not? Do we have
It is a Seiko
have more watches? Oh, I'm gonna cut this video here, and we're gonna do a part 2. So be on the lookout for the part 2. And with this one, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm just gonna give you a little sneak peek of what's to come.